it was a way to bring in that steady flow along with our money, the team money. We've already put over $200 million into this facility. We're committed to put in at least another $250 million, but this is a way of taking no new taxes, but the existing sales tax and some of the income tax that is generated here, created here, and put it right back into the stadium. So I can't thank the governor and her leadership enough. The governor said from day one, we're going to find a way, we're going to keep you here.
Good morning, everyone. I am thrilled to be here this morning to celebrate the future of the Diamondbacks here in Arizona. We have always been a hotbed for baseball. Decades before Chase Field was here, before we had the Diamondbacks, we were hosts to the Cactus League starting in 1947. And we didn't have a team here. It was considered too hot to play baseball here. But after years of negotiations, in 1995, the MLB granted Jerry Colangelo ownership of the Diamondbacks franchise. And on March 31st, 1998, the first Diamondbacks game was played right here. Right off the bat, this field made history as the first U.S. ballpark to have a retractable roof over a grass field, and with many more milestones to come. The first franchise World Series win came in 2001. Randy Johnson's 4,000th strikeout was right here. We hosted the All-Star Game in 2011. We've seen several Corbin Carroll records here, being the first rookie in baseball history to collect 25-plus home runs and 50-plus stolen bases, and being the first player in MLB history to record 10-plus triples, 25-plus doubles, 25-plus home runs, and 50-plus stolen bases in a single season. And in 2023, we had a World Series run with 3 sellout World Series games. Throughout all of the unforgettable moments and all the history made here, Chase Field has largely gone unchanged, never once undergoing major renovations. We have a 27-year-old HVAC system that has at times struggled to keep fans cool, rainstorms that led to flooding and stadium evacuations, and Arizonans deserve better than this. Fans have routinely shown up for this city and this state, and it's time that we show up for them. We want to make sure that families can enjoy America's favorite pastime with an unforgettable experience. Diamondbacks and Chase Field are major economic contributors here in Arizona. The stadium has generated $5.4 billion in GDP for our state, with countless small businesses and the workers they employ relying on a strong and thriving downtown Phoenix that Chase Field and the Diamondbacks anchor. It's a simple fact that without the Diamondbacks playing here at Chase Field, Arizona would be worse off, and I was not about to let that happen. We worked hard over months to reach a deal, and I was proud to sign HB 2704 into law, solidifying the Diamondbacks' future here in Arizona. This was a huge team effort, and I want to thank everyone who helped make it happen. Of course, the sponsor, Representative Wenninger, who you'll hear from in a moment. Diamondbacks leadership, including Derek Hall, who you'll also hear from. City and county leadership and staff, including Maricopa County Board of Supervisors Chair Thomas Galvin and City of Phoenix Mayor Kate Gallego. Also the small business owners and business leaders who stepped up to help get this across the finish line, and so many of the fans. We heard in our office from so many fans who this was a priority for. So thank you everyone for making your voices heard. Thousands of families, including my own, have made memories here that will last a lifetime. And with these renovations, we're not just preserving a ballpark, we are ensuring that families can keep coming together, generation after generation, to share in the joy and excitement that happens right here at Chase Field. And with that, I will turn it over to Representative Wenninger.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you, everyone, for being here. what a glorious day this is. When I started out with this bill with a lot of help from a lot of people, there were a lot of naysayers, people saying it couldn't get done, people snickering, acting like you're never going to get this done. And I think we showed that there's lots of things we can fight on. Believe me, there's things we'll be fighting on it next year. But this was too important to come together to preserve the Arizona Diamondbacks, not just in Arizona, but in downtown Phoenix. So important, and we got it done. We got it done with a lot of help. I want to name a few people and groups. One was, of course, CEO Derek Hall, Amy Lynn Pierce, the people who are down there representing them. We got Danny Seiden from the Arizona Chamber. We have the labor groups who weighed in and did a great job representing us. We had Gonzo, who was, where is he at? Did a great job. He, it's tough on the baseball field. He got in front of a committee or two, and I think he realized it's not just such a soft sport of politics there as well, but he did great. I definitely want to thank, before I forget, my wife, Janet, who's here, my daughter, Grace, my son, Christian. Family's so important, as these baseball players know, as the governors knows, and as politicians know. You spend so much time away from your family, and having their support is monumental. We have a lot of legislators who are very important role on both sides of the aisle who are here, who did so much, who I'm sure we're getting calls from people wanting to play politics with this to not support it. But they did support it, and we got it done. And we got it done under that pressure and through some false narratives. And we fought through that, through people not understanding that the people who are filling this stadium today are the ones who own this stadium. And they're the ones who are going to be helping upgrade it through this plan. And I just thank everybody so much for everything that they did. And last but not least, Phoenix, Maricopa County did a great job, but Corbin Carroll, to me, is the GOAT of this team. And I thank the team so much. But there's one GOAT at the Arizona legislature this last year who got everything done. And she's putting her head down because she knows I'm going to call her out. Lindsey Goodwin is the GOAT in politics around here, and this bill would not have gotten done without her help, and I thank you so much. And with that, let's hear from the President and CEO of the Arizona Diamondbacks, Derek Hall.
Thanks, everyone, and welcome. By the way, Gonzo, it's his birthday today, so a round of applause for Gonzo. He did. He testified twice. He answered questions, and he once thought it was tough to hit a curveball until he was in there, that's for sure. Big thank you, giant thank you to everybody. We've been looking for a solution for easily over 7 years, a long-term solution here for Chase Field to find a way to fund all the necessary renovations and maintenance. And we're now there with HB 2704. And it was creative. It was a way to bring in that steady flow along with our money, the team money. We've already put over $200 million into this facility. We're committed to put in at least another $250 million. But this is a way of taking no new taxes, but the existing sales tax and some of the income tax that is generated here, created here, and put it right back into the stadium. So I can't thank the governor and her leadership enough. The governor said from day one, we're going to find a way, we're going to keep you here. By the way, you've made it when you travel with your own desk. That's impressive. We do this sort of thing all the time on the dugout. But she was great. Her leadership, her vision, her consistency, her urgency, and her commitment to keeping us right here, knowing what sort of entertainment and economic impact this place has had on this city and on this state. So it's nice that we now have a way to stay here. And of course, the courage of Representative Winiger to be our bill sponsor and carry that flag the entire time for us. As he mentioned, it wasn't easy. Others that have already been mentioned, but I need to thank the Chief of Staff for the Governor, Chad Campbell, who, I felt like I talked to Chad every day, and when my phone would ring from Chad, I thought, here we go again, because it's going to be, I got another compromise. But it was a good process in collaboration with the mayor, Mayor Gallego, her staff, Seth, city manager who is here, Jeff Barton, my good friend. Thanks for all your work. The County Board of Supervisors Chairman Tom Galvin, who also went to the negotiating table time and time again to make sure that we could come up with the proper solution, and they did. And of course, the lawmakers and legislators that helped pass this really overwhelmingly. And then last, I need to thank from my staff, Amy Lynn Pierce. You heard her name. Representative Winiger said Amy Lynn Pierce, and she literally lived at the Capitol as our VP of Government Affairs. Mike Hayner, Sean Reeve, our lobbyist, did a great job. Thank you guys. And our fans. You know, our fans, they came out in full support. And I know a lot of you heard from our fans, phone calls, letters, because this is very important to them. And they deserve a world-class facility, and that's what this is going to bring us. And they can create more memories for many, many more decades because they deserve it, and they're the best fans in the game. So thank you all for your support. Congratulations to everyone involved, and this place will be state-of-the-art. Thank you.